Batman, on a level, you could be the greatest individual in football history.
We are back with another video, and today, fam, is a good day, you know. We're through in the Champions League. We went through first. I saw Zidane Iqbal play, who we'll get onto very soon. But first of all, Saeed, how you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm all good, bro. I'm all good. Big up to the man them in the building. You know what I'm saying to you? Hanji, big up Zidane Iqbal. Yeah, man, big up Zidane Iqbal. You know what I'm saying to you? It's a big moment for Zidane Iqbal, man. You get me? Like for the South Asian community, it's a big moment. So big up to him. And yeah, man, it wasn't the greatest game yesterday. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was first 30 minutes. I thought United were quality. I thought we had a bit of intent about us. I think we were, we looked like a team in it. But then the second half was just, let's not forget. I think there was one chance, maybe Ilanga, one chance, and that was it. Nothing else. So yeah, man, it was decent. It was decent. You get me? Like, I'm just more kind of glad that Mason Greenwood's come off the mark and he's got some kind of minutes. But apart from that, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, it wasn't a great game, man. I don't know how you thought of it, but I don't think it was a great game.
I said it kind of thing, innit? Like before the game. I didn't really expect it to be a phenomenal game because let's be honest, you make 11 changes, for example, innit?
Yeah.
You're not really expecting much. Like the players' motivation. I know you're playing under a new manager, so you got something to prove. But at the same time, you're through in the Champions League. Like you're through first. Like the game result did not matter at all.
At all. And it's like they couldn't get themselves up for it. I thought. Like certain players just didn't want to play. Like Jesse Lingard, I don't know what's up with him yet, but he just didn't want to play. I think Luke Shaw in the second half didn't want to know. I think Quan Mata is finished. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to disrespect the guy in it, but he's finished. You know what I'm saying? And it's like for me, when you look at it, bro, like I'm just looking at this team right now. It's like, this is like for me, and I don't want to bring Ollie into it. I want to kind of forget the reign of Ollie here, but in terms of what Ollie has left behind in terms of the confidence of players, I think for me, he's left a very, very disjointed squad, man. Because a lot of the team don't have, what would I call, game or match rhythm. They don't have it. Some of the players don't have that match rhythm. So it's like for me, like Donny van der Beek, I was gonna expect him to do better, but he didn't. And I was like, I wasn't pissed off because in the day, you get me, like you can't be. You need to have match rhythm in it, but I was almost thinking, yo, man, I wanted him to shine, and he didn't really shine.
I can't lie, I thought Donny was right, Like, obviously, he made the mistake for the goal.
Yeah.
But what I say with Donny was kind of like, you're playing 6 alone because you had Juan Mata and Jesse Lingard kind of next to you and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
It was always going to be a difficult task. And then when you're always playing with like the second string players, it makes it even harder.
Yeah, true.
No one can really be on your wavelength and stuff.
Nah, 100%. But I think it was more a case of, it was the fact that like the midfield didn't compliment him at all, man. I felt sorry for him, man. It was like, it was almost like a midfield free. But then Quan Mata didn't really stay as the kind of centre midfielder. A lot of people said that he was like playing good, but I don't know, man. I thought he was catching shadows, me, Quan Mata. To be honest with you, when you watch it from the stadium, you can see like his press and whatnot, and it's not there in it. And it's almost as if Ragnar just gave him an opportunity because he didn't want to like leave him out in it.
That like senior player, let him have a game. You know who I want to talk about though? I thought the fullbacks were kind of like the biggest takeaway for me from the game. Like Wan-Bissaka yesterday, say what you want about Wan-Bissaka as a whole, shocking.
Yeah.
In the nicest possible way. That was not his best performance. And you got a point to prove now with Diego Dalot stepping up. I worry for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now, obviously,
I worry,
Well, he's injured towards the end as well.
With what they're going to Solskjaer's reign, it was a lot of defending, a lot of last-ditch tackles, and it probably made Wan-Bissaka look better than what he is, if I'm being honest with you. The game against Man City game, when you don't have a style of play, Wan-Bissaka is a very, very good utility player. But when you do have a style of play, and it's like you go into the war and you kind of like you're in the battle, and you haven't got much to offer, you actually look worse for wear. You actually look like you're average, really, if I'm being honest with you. And I think that's what Wan-Bissaka is starting to become. It's almost as if what is he good at? You know what I mean? Yes, we know he's defensively he's good, yeah. But in the modern day, when you're looking at the right backs this season, Cancelo, Kyle Walker, Arnold, Reece James, and I think can't remember the other one. Even someone like Tomiyasu, I think's been playing well for Arsenal. And he's apparently it's meant to be a centre back, you know, and he's playing decent in there. So if they can play decent in there, why can't Wan-Bissaka is meant to be a right back? There was a couple of opportunities yesterday where I thought he got caught, yeah. You know,
flat-footed. That's what it was.
Flat-footed. You know, pressing as well is not great on the. You know, he's not press resistant. I'm just looking at him sometimes thinking, what are you good at, man? 1v1 defending, you can't get past him sometimes. But this season, I think, to be fair, he's been caught out a few times. You know, so nobody's going to play his game anymore. That's the problem with Wan-Bissaka. Nobody's going to play 1v1. Did you look at Foden? Every time in that Manchester derby, Foden just got the ball back and played it and just said, you know what, we'll keep the ball.
You know what I'll say about Wan-Bissaka? I worry for him now because as a footballer, I don't think he has the capability to play on the right foot, and especially when you look at the first game.
Yeah.
Our right-hand side was basically only Diego Dalot, if you actually really look at it. Because everyone kind of moved over towards the left, and then Diego Dalot was the outlet every single time. Can Wan-Bissaka in that game, would he have done the same job? And the answer is no. Can Wan-Bissaka help sustain pressure when you're pinning teams back? In my eyes, the answer is no right now. Which is why we still got Ethan Laird on loan at Swansea. Yeah. I think in January, if Ralph's brave, it might be an opportunity to bring him back.
Yeah, true.
To compete with Diego Dalot. Because I don't think Wan-Bissaka has the capabilities of competing with him in terms of like when you're trying to compete for a position in it, you need like for like in a way, innit?
Yeah.
Because you don't want, for example, like when people say Fred, for example, if we take our Fred for the side, all our midfielders are completely different from Fred. 100%. So if Fred gets injured, everyone we have to play a different style of play kind of thing in the midfield.
Exactly. You can't break between the lines as well. Fred gets in between the lines. He kind of advances with the ball. He's a good ball progressor. So you're gonna miss a lot of what Fred kind of does do. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm worried for these kind of players. You know what I mean? But then again, I'm not worried. You know what I mean? Should we be worried? Should we just say dog eat dog? Should we just say, you know what? This is why for me, I'm kind of glad.
Dog eat dog.
Sorry.
Dog eat dog.
Dog eat dog. Do you get that term?
Oh.
Nah, listen, man. Batman, you're from Gazy still.
No, that's you.
What are you thinking of?
Nothing.
All right, say no more. But I'm just saying, like, you know, there's gonna be it's gonna be a battle in there, isn't it? Like, and if you don't battle, you know what I mean, and you don't kind of show your position, you show you don't want to compete. I think you're missing out, man. I think you're missing out big time, bro. So I would, for me, when I look at Wan-Bissaka, for me, I don't really feel sorry for him anymore because he's took his position for granted, you know, and you know what I'm saying to you. Like, yeah, man, keep your halal stat, man. Where you playing at, man?
Oh, man, that's you, you know.
I said dog eat dog.
Fan, the way you said it was mad.
Well, it's probably my Mancunian accent, you know what I mean, or the fact that it's so fast. But I think, you know, Wan-Bissaka, I don't know, man. I just think even like Ethan Laird, I would probably bring back and put ahead of Wan-Bissaka at the minute because Wan-Bissaka, for the new style, the new era of football we have to play, he won't be it, mate. And that's the bottom line, you know what I mean? He won't be that sort of player that will get us where we want to get to. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, it won't. And it's sad, you know. I'm not going to lie to you. It's sad because 50 million, I thought we were going to get the next, you know, the next right back for the next 10 years.
Like Kyle Walker is for City.
Yeah.
They signed him for like 50. Look at him. Plays consistently for them.
Yeah. I thought we were going to get the next, you know, right back for the next 10 years, but
what do you think of Luke Shaw yesterday?
You know what? Luke Shaw yesterday, I'll say he had about 15 minutes or so where I thought he was decent on that left-hand side. He got the assist. And then he just went kind of back to this normal mode. You get me, Luke Shaw. But second half, shocking. Second half, mate, I'm telling you what, yeah, absolutely pathetic, mate. Honestly, pathetic. I don't know what happened here, but I don't know if you've seen it on the cameras here, but you know, Luke, you know what's it called?
Ralph
Ragnick was telling Luke Shaw to keep bomb on forward. Can you believe that?
I didn't see that in it, but you know when I think you said in your match reaction, I think it was, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think Samuel Lucas put a tweet out. I was surprised. And that's why maybe Luke Shaw looked angry when he came off.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think that is a case. A lot of people will say he's 60 minutes concussion, but to be fair, before it, he didn't look like he needed to come off. But now, bro, you know what the worst thing about this is now, yeah? How bad it is now is that they haven't got everyone is a bit like lost in there now, I think a lot of players, it's almost like, when you kind of like you leave uni and you go into your halls and you get that kind of feeling of you've actually left home. You get this kind of like feeling of and you miss home, innit? That's what they're gonna feel like now. They're missing Ollie. So they're missing that kind of comfort blanket Ollie where Ollie be like, don't worry, you'll play next game. Sure, you'll play next game. Wan-Bissaka gonna play. Now they're just thinking, I might even play. You see what Ralph Ragnar said? He goes, Shaw's in contention to play.
To be in the squad.
To be in the squad, yeah.
He didn't even say starting 11. Squad. That for me was mad as well. Did you hear Scott McTominay talk today as well?
Yeah, I see it. I just seen it right now when you posted it. That was for me, oh my God, a player who is rattled, mate.
Okay, for context for people in the chat here, basically Scott McTominay was asked about, when Ralph said that Scott McTominay needed to play a bit more forward passes?
Yeah.
Someone asked Scott McTominay that, innit? And Scott McTominay was like, no, he said one. Like, it wasn't just like, he said he was passing the ball forward, but it was just that one occasion, innit?
Wow.
And he was proper rattled. Like, you will see his facial emotion just changed completely when he said that.
Of course. You get me? Man literally just went into like proper defense mode. Defense mode. He went into proper defense mode. No, one. He said one. He said one. Sorry, obviously. He said. And the report is very cheeky. He goes, well, he meant, a couple between you and Fred. So, but he knows, innit? He knows people do combination. He blocked you.
Exactly. Like, I know, yeah. Don't get me wrong. McTominay's definitely out. He's definitely out. And I think McTominay should be a person that's scared for his place in the starting 11.
Yeah, 100%.
And actually in the squad, let's be honest. Because I don't think this guy's good enough to play for Manchester United.
You know what the problem is, though? It makes sense that he's in the team for now, though. Because Donny needs to build up his game time. The only reason why McTominay is in there for now, for me personally, is the fact that Ralph Ragnar is still understanding the team and what it needs. And as much as I want Donny in the team right now, Donny needs to build up his own form. And he needed yesterday. And he needs more training session. That's why, for me, I'm glad the Champions League's over now. And it's like, it's not going to be once a week football, but it's going to be at least once a week. One
is it true?
Sorry?
Wait, so Shaw could only play 60 minutes because of concussion?
Yeah, I don't know. It could be.
I didn't know that was the rule because I thought you just had to do the isolation period. Not isolation period, but you can't play football for 10 days when you get a concussion. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people just make up rules that, you know what I mean? That's it. As they go along, mate. So, you know what I mean? Big up to who's that? James Astego. So, I don't know.
It might be a rule. I just don't know. Oh, yeah, it's true. Fair.
Yeah,
that's why he came off. But I do think, overall, before he came off, it wasn't the best of performances. The ball was behind Mason Greenwood. If you're actually fully looking at it, Mason unbelievably well with the finish.
Oh, mate, unbelievable finish. You know what I mean? I don't want to discredit Shaw for the cross. It's still a good cross, but his overall game still wasn't there. I think he looked still a bit leggy. I think he still didn't look match fit. But again, how does he take Tellers out of the team? I think Ralph Ragnar lacks, consistency, continuity. He doesn't want a player who, is kind of like, in and out. He wants players having that continuity. So it wouldn't surprise me if Tellers keeps his position now. And Tellers had a little week break now before, is it Norwich on Saturday? And then he plays Thursday. We might have to play Shaw on Thursday against Brentford, but do you want to play him against Brentford in a high intensity game? I don't know.
I'll be honest, even that Brentford game, I expect us to beat them. I think Ivan Toney should be missing as well with COVID and stuff, innit? So I'm not. I'll be honest. You see on the wrap, I'm not really fearful of many teams. I saw your fan cam reflex in it, and you said you want PSG. I said I want PSG in Red Talk as well. I just think, PSG.
I don't want Atletico Madrid because you know why?
I agree. I said the same thing.
I think they'll be too clever for us. I don't think we have the players in our team to be like PSG. Sorry, Atletico Madrid, where they're very, very clever in tactical fouling, tactical play. Just the mind games. I don't think we can cope with it. I don't think the team is ready for a Savage. You know, Savage, how very dirty minded he is.
Yeah.
He's kind of like he's just kind of like him and Suarez.
Like the dark arts of football, they got that down to a T, innit?
Yeah, but for me, PSG, man, honestly, man, listen, I think PSG in terms of individually, they're unbelievable. But as a collective team, I think the midfield we can get at them there. You know, Gana Gay, Herrera, we've got the Paredes. Verratti's always injured
Danilo
nowadays.
Pereira.
Yeah, Verratti's always injured nowadays. So will he be fit and available? I don't know. Neymar, Messi, okay, Mbappe. They're probably the best trio in the world. But it's about having a balanced team. And when you look at Man City, I'm not comparing us to Man City, but Man City, you know, when you look at the squad and the team they had, yeah, it's a balanced team. United, all you have to do is be balanced. And if they can be balanced and have their fair share of the luck, we can beat PSG. And that's why for me, listen, maybe I'm being a bit selfish. I say I want to see
PSG.
I want to see Messi at thingy. So I can go to the Paris Saint-Germain Stadium because my guy Lee said he's going to give me a ticket, so I'm going to go there. And then he comes to town and we beat them. What better feeling, bro, to go into the last... Is it quarterfinals if we beat them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's around the 32 in the Europa League, innit? But now we go straight... When the round of 16.
Round of 16, then quarterfinals, then semi-final. Who wants to face us, bro?
You know what it is here for me? I just think that PSG game has so many different storylines that if we beat them, we'll be sensational. Like the Ronaldo Messi thing, Poch.
Ronaldo Messi, man. Come on, man. As long as you just stay away from Bayern Munich for me, because they're just animals.
We can't get Bayern.
Yeah, we can't get Bayern then. Why can't we get Bayern?
Because they finished first in the group. We can only get teams that finish
them
second.
On. I don't know why. Like, for me...
Well, Bayern.
I don't understand Champions League. People saying, let's avoid this team. For me,
Bayern you avoid.
I can't be embarrassed getting beat to Salzburg or Sporting Lisbon, which can happen, by the way. Sporting are very, very good this season. Salzburg, listen, they got through the Champions League. Sevilla, who was in their group? Sevilla?
Salzburg, Lille, and Wolfsburg, I think it was.
Listen, man, I'd rather not get finessed here by them teams. I'd rather go out, beat PSG. Champions League football, man. What's everyone complaining about? You don't want to play PSG.
No, exactly. That's what I said on Red Talk. I was like, you know what? Champions League nights, you want to play the biggest side, didn't it? And you know, Champions League nights, you get that little buzz in it.
Come on, man.
Especially when you're playing PSG, you're gonna get that a bit extra buzz, in it. Messi on the pitch at Old Trafford. That's gonna be mad. Ronaldo versus Messi.
Varane's back as well by then. Varane and Baye at the back. Maguire hopefully gets dropped.
Like I genuinely think we will beat PSG. The only team that said I feared yesterday was Atletico. I think stylistically could be the full game. And I said, but we can't get Bayern.
That's what I'm saying to you. That's what if it was going to happen.
I thought Inter Milan could give us a game as well because I think they're playing very, very good football.
You know, Martinez is playing well at the minute. They've got
see, this is what I was telling Ty yesterday. Yeah, you need to remember Bayern had first of all they're already through. Secondly, they're Kimmich and Goretzka missing in the midfield, innit?
Yeah.
So you can't judge Bayern Munich just on the game yesterday, which is why Bayern for me is the team you want to avoid. Obviously, we can't play the English sides just yet.
Yeah.
Which is a massive positive because let's be honest, I don't really want to play any of the English sides. I think all the English sides give us a very, very tough game.
Yeah, 100% none of that. But then again, I think Chelsea we can get at them. You know what I mean? We can rattle their fan base, man.
But I can't lie though.
They need
Liverpool in the Champions League, will be sensational.
You know what?
Like, don't get me wrong. I think it'll be very, very difficult for United to go through. But Anfield on the Champions League night, and you're playing them, it will be very good.
You know what? Yeah, as much as they beat us, Bruno gets that shot. Maybe it's a different story, but I'm not thinking about the past, but I'm thinking about revenge. Revenge, mate, because that was all it takes, mate. We want revenge. Want a new era. Ralph Ragnick's coming in. system, style, pressing. You got to realize this here. Look at the options we've got up front. You can have Ronaldo or Cavani up top. You can have Rashford and Martial up top. You can have Greenwood or Martial, Greenwood or Rashford, Ronaldo or Rashford, Ronaldo or Cavani. The list goes on. The amount of variables you could have up front, and that's not even to mention the youngsters who are coming through. That's not even to mention Sancho, and the rest behind them. Pogba to come in by then. Pogba.
Like, people are calling us delusional, yeah. You need to remember that was Ollie tax, yeah. This is the new era, the Ralph era.
The new era,
this
man.
Is different.
That's the new era, man. You get me? And I think a lot of you are not ready for the new era.
Tell them, Saeed. Tell them, Saeed.
You don't want to bring the glasses back, or what?
I need to look for them.
Ready for the new era of Ralph Rangnick. They're not ready, Statman.
Come on, man. Tell them.
We don't have to bring the glasses out for you, but you said you wanted to bring it, so I had it just in case. You know what I mean?
That's why Saeed's the guy, This guy has props ready.
Listen, we're here, man. We're ready. Like, if you want to face us, come face us. You know that was there. Like,
listen, we're back in it. That's all I'm saying. We're back.
The era was back, man. 11 left, man. 11 left, people. You have to understand how big a club we are and how much we've got in this team. Honestly, you don't understand. Like, when you look at the squad, in the Champions League, when you look at it, and you look at the feeling at Old Trafford now, like, you have to now back your team and understand that we're coming for the Champions League, and not many teams want to face us. Like, the only thing we need to do is adapt to the system. If the players can adapt to the system, we can get giddy. We can, but the only problem
is that even Ralph said it in the first game. Like, the first 30 minutes, he didn't expect United to play that well. So hopefully it suggests that the players are kind of will enjoy playing under this system, and they wouldn't take that long to acclimatize towards it. Kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. They can bring that long-term plan, long-term vision. You know what I'm saying to you? And listen, I don't want to compare it to Tuchel's era. I don't want to do that. It'll be different era, different whatnot. They had a, for me.
Well, I'm saying, since Michael Carrick came, Chelsea haven't looked the same. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Michael Carrick, mate. You know what I mean? Shout out to Michael Carrick. But listen, it is what it is for them, man. I think they're kind of crumbling at the minute. I think there's something's not right at that club. But
I think with the Chelsea thing, I think it's more down to injuries more than anything, isn't it? Like, their midfield is very, very weak. To
be fair, though, you know what I mean? They had Alonso firing at the start of the season, and all of a sudden they're complaining now. You know what I mean? Like, let's not be real, man. They talked about squad depth being very, very scary. They talked about squad depth. They were barking on about it all season. All of a sudden, they don't have no squad depth.
You know what it is? I think Jorginho's going through a sticky period because I think he's playing with injury, innit? And I've always said I think Jorginho, Chelsea's most important player. I think if you get a fit Jorginho, then you see a different Chelsea. That's what I think it is right now.
Yeah, they're just not used to this pressure, innit? Like, they used to kind of, like, at the end of the season, like, when you look at Chelsea's seasons, the past few seasons, in the Premier League, have they really done well in the Premier League? Last few seasons, they've always kind of like got something at the end of the season. You're looking at FA Cups, for Conte. You're looking at the season, Conte. You're looking at Europa League with Sarri. They've almost like done bits towards the end of the season, rather than they kind of like been consistent throughout. Obviously, the last time they've done that is probably Conte's season. So for us, listen, we're not great, but again, we have to be positive about our team. We have to be positive. We can't look and say to ourselves like, that we can't be positive about our team. We have to come and think that we can be a contender for this Champions League. We might not win it, but we have to be a contender. You can't say to Man United that we're just going to come here and say, yeah, by round of 16 we'll just fold for any team.
You know what it is? I said this with the Champions League. Anything can happen. It's all about the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
And secondly, I think the Champions League, I feel like 4 sides properly, and that's the Premier League clubs and Bayern. The rest of the teams, I would be like, obviously we could easily go out to like people like Atletico and stuff, but over 2 legs, I still think we should have enough to beat them, but I wouldn't be as confident, for example, against Atletico.
Yeah, that's the sticky one for me because they'll rattle us, man. They'll rattle us, mate. They'll try to play this kind of football that we won't be ready for. They'll try bully our midfielders. They'll try win fouls. They'll try win tackles. I think they'll make it hostile. You know what I mean? And I don't know if the United are ready for that yet. I don't know if they're ready for that. But Ralph Rangnick's the man to sort that out, man. He needs to. But for me, I don't think he should be feeling sorry for anyone anymore, man. If people don't want to, buckle up and be ready for the battle, then for me, I'm not ready for this soft mentality, man. This soft kind of soft belly mentality that we're just gonna have players who are gonna sulk anymore. He needs to just fix his team up and say, yo, this is my team, people, and we go from there. I don't want to kind of be changing around, giving game time and all that. If that's his team, then that's his team. Surely we could have a consistent team to the end of the season. Surely, do you reckon that's viable, or do you still?
I think we'll find out in like 2-3 weeks' time, innit? Because let's be honest, Ralph has only been here for a week. He doesn't know all the players. For example, Anthony Martial's been injured. Who knows? As much as I criticize Anthony Martial, he might be a massive animal here. You never know.
True.
So I think right now it's a bit early to tell about what Ralph's team will be.
Also,
there's certain positions that he might like. Yeah,
he might buy players as well, so that might.
Varane's back in training, by the way.
Oh, Varane, that's massive. I think for me, what's massive is Cavani, mate. I can't wait for Cavani, man. I thought we'd seen a lot of Cavani under Ollie's reign, which I think everyone warmed to. I thought Cavani was probably one of the best players under Ollie in terms of that last season. I don't know who else is, Bruno, obviously is Bruno Rashford, but I thought Cavani was unbelievable that season. And I think for me, he's one of them fans' favourites. I think he could be one that will press from the front, press with the Ronaldo. He's just, I don't know, man. He's 35 in February, but you don't feel like that with him, man. I don't know what these guys are made of here, but they're just animals, mate.
I'm not having this Cavani, man. You know me.
Why do you? I don't understand why you don't rate Cavani,
No, it's not that I don't rate him. Like I can never
what part
draw.
Of the game that you don't like.
I've always said it. Remember when we signed him? I wanted Jadon Sancho that summer, innit? Like I was fully convinced that we're gonna get Sancho that summer, and I was watching so much of Borussia Dortmund that season.
Yeah,
and then we signed Cavani, and we signed Cavani because we didn't get Jadon Sancho. And from that moment, I was just disappointed, and I just had an agenda against Cavani. But fair play to him. Last year, he did this thing. 17 goals, I think.
Man. You got to rate him, man. You got to give props to that, man. You know what I mean? When you look at,
but his injuries do concern me, though.
Yeah, his injuries do. Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm concerned at Varane's injuries, mate, because I'm looking at Real Madrid and thinking, right, did that man just kind of like say to him, yo, we don't, we can move on because of his injuries record? I don't know. So
he's moving mad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And now he's moving mad. So there's a lot of players who are like that. But again, you know what I mean? That's why, Ralph Rangnick bought that. Did he bring in the physiotherapist or something like that?
I think he's brought in the sports psychology so far. I think that's the only one being confirmed, hasn't it? And
so again, sometimes about mentally as well in terms of, are you injured? Are you not injured? Are you kind of like, is your body coping with it? We need that psychology as well, because a lot of players have got a lot of trauma from injuries, man, not coping well with injuries, having that confidence to play again. This is the kind of person you need at yours in your team, in your back, not just vibes and just telling you go out there and be robust.
This year, Ronaldo's record against Athletic was unbelievable, but don't get me wrong. I still don't trust the rest of the squad.
As well. Chris Amas.
I don't trust the rest of the squad against them.
Hey?
I think it'll be a tough game against Atletico.
Atletico will be a tough game, man. Listen, I think it's a 50-50 with Atletico Madrid. I think it's, I'm not sure about that one. But for me, when I look at the Champions League, I think it's all about continuity and consistency. We get that consistency in, I think we'll get there. But I think if you have that feeling of, United are not kicking in, or we have a few results where it doesn't go our way and the players are not getting into a system, maybe that's why for me, I don't know about you, but I'm not really kind of adamant that Ralph Rangnick does a lot in the next 6 months. For me, if he was to kind of stabilize until 6 months, we get a whole pre-season in, and then next season we go all in again, then I'm happy with that. If you can get top 4 this season, and okay, we'll try and get the cups, but if it doesn't, then fair enough. But we go into the summer and we try and get a proper pre-season in. But then can we get a proper pre-season? When does the season finish, by the way?
What, this Premier League season?
Yeah, so we can get a proper pre-season in and start the season on fire. And then these guys can get in the press, learn the Gherkin press, learn the thingy. You know what I mean? And just embed into the system. You know what I mean? So a lot of time, a lot of people are expecting a lot from Ralph Rangnick, but these things take time, man. So just be patient with Ralph Rangnick because a lot of people expected the miracles from him. I just want for me an identity. I want to know what the play style is. I want it to be consistent, and I wanted to see it happening. For me, when you do that, then your team naturally gets better, and your team naturally gets the results. So it's one of them for me, man. No preseason shot due to World Cup. No.
Yeah, because next season starts earlier, isn't it? Because of the December-November break.
Oh, for fuck's sake, then, isn't it?
All right, but first of all, there's over 160 people watching. Make sure you guys like the video. And now it's time to chat about Zidane.
Zidane
Iqbal. Go and say your thing.
Nah, man, I've been hearing about this kid for a while, man. One of my good guys, yeah. I don't know if you know him. He's called Mo Abdullahi, yeah. He's been telling me about this guy, Zidane Iqbal. Honestly, bro, he kept telling me about him, yeah. And I said, "Who's this Zidane Iqbal, man?" So, why is he calling him Zidane? And he just kept telling me about Zidane Iqbal. And my guy Mo, he does a coaching online, coaching. So he started in lockdown online coaching.
I think I've seen you post him on Insta before, innit?
Yeah. And then after that, I started seeing him train up Melo. I don't know if you know him. He plays for yeah. He started training him. He started training a couple of lads from United's academy, and then he started saying that, I'm training this guy called Zidane Iqbal. I said, well, okay, say no more. Like, what's he saying? Is he good? Yeah. He's cold, man. He's cold. And they started showing me videos of him. I was like, right, that's it. Let me see what this guy's about, And then from then onwards, yeah, I started to watch him in under 18s. And this guy, bro, I was thinking to myself, this guy's got something about him, man. Like, seriously. Like, I thought, especially his passing range, the fact that it was very, very kind of... do you know that it's that kind of feeling of, Hannibal Majebri, the way they've got that, the gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity. And the fact that he can, in tight spaces, was very, very good. And I thought to myself, you know what? Big up to him, man. And for me, he's unbelievable in the under 18s. And then I'm just kind of happy for him, man, especially for...
Captain the Rock for the under 23s as well.
Sorry?
He captained the Rock for the under 23s.
Yeah, there you go then. So... For me, when you look at him, I think it's a massive thing for South Asia. You know what I mean? Like, I remember he used to have a player. He used to play for Fulham back in the day. And that was the first one that kind of broke out. So, for me, I'm happy and proud of him because in the day he's a local lad, from South Manchester. You know what I mean? Like, Nuruddin. You know Nuruddin. He knows his parents and that and his family and whatnot, and he was telling me about it. And
listen,
it's good to have
all I'm saying, somehow get Zidane on my channel. Fam, you think...
Listen, we'll sort it out, man. We'll sort it out.
All I'm saying, yesterday, you lot saw the Zidane propaganda I was doing on Twitter. I think I had 11 tweets in a row just about Zidane. I'm sorry, but I was too gassed. Like, seeing a South Asian guy play for Manchester United or even playing in the Champions League in general was amazing to see. We saw, obviously... Dylan from Tottenham make his debut a couple of weeks ago as well against Vitesse, I think it was.
The Fulham one as well.
We seen obviously Hamza Chowdhury win the FA Cup. He has South Asian
big up by Bangladesh.
We've seen Arjun from Aston Villa from the academy win the FA Youth Cup.
Yeah,
so we are seeing. Yeah, so we are starting to see a lot more South Asians in football, innit? Which is massive. And I thought Zidane yesterday. He came on and he did all right, to be fair. Like, obviously, he had to wait a long time on the sideline because the ball was going out.
The referee was a prick, man.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to kick the ball out.
And the keeper was, I think, Tommy hit him to one of the goal kicks quickly as well, so Zidane couldn't even come on.
Tommy's a waste man as well, man. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was literally, like, the big up me and Leslie were like, get him on. And there was so many times where the ball went, because they came up. I remember, when did I tweet? I remember tweeting about 10 minutes before they came on. And then the keeper just took the corner kick there. I was like, brother, just chill out, mate. Let the guy come on, man.
Yeah, I can't lie, man. I was just too gassed, man. Like, I've never seen someone that looks like me play for my club, or let alone football.
Yeah.
And then seeing Zidane play yesterday, which is brilliant to see. And just just like all the reaction on social media was sick as well. Like I know, obviously, Charlie Savage got all the headlines and stuff in it because obviously
because
Savage was.
Because his dad was there, innit? Yeah.
But I was just so proud of Zidane in it, and I hope he might not make it at Manchester United. Not everyone makes it at Manchester United, but hopefully he has a career in football, innit?
0.06%. Jesse Lingard said, remember?
0. And the thing is, it's not even just about Manchester United. Someone like Josh King, for example, was in the United Academy, but he still had a good career in football now playing for Watford.
There you go. Yeah, of course.
That hopefully he has a career in football.
Cleverly's had a good career, even though, you know what I mean, a lot of people will say he's an average footballer, but he's had a good career from the academy. So, listen, it's, you know, it is, yeah. But what I think, like, with Zidane is that he's a special kid, man. And he's got special ability, you know, to play for, you know, Iraq at 18 years old is just, you know, it's unbelievable, man. It's unheard of. You know what I mean? And I just think, for me, man, it's a massive moment for South Asia, man. You know what I mean? And the community, your guys' community, to finally, you know, for someone to look up to now and say, you know what, man, I can make it now. You know what I mean?
That's why, like, even I was talking to, I can't remember who I was talking to, innit? But like, I just genuinely think people don't realize how big this is, innit?
Yeah.
Because now people, for example, they have someone to look at and be like, you know what? He's made it. I can make it, kind of thing, innit?
Facts.
Like, everyone needs like an idol to look up to.
Yep.
Like, for example, who was I hearing? I can't remember. I was hearing someone, and they said their idols, for example, Rio Ferdinand, because they can relate to him, because they're both from the same area and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
And then seeing Zidane play, I know that's probably going to inspire so many people. Because let's be honest, like, the Asian community yesterday was on a madness on Twitter and stuff, innit?
Yep.
Like, someone even said, is Zidane getting like 100K on Twitter, Insta?
There you go. You know what you only got to look at, when you go Power League, man. How many Asians play at Power League, man? Let's be real, man. How many Asians play football in Power League? Like, people assume that Asian people only play cricket. You know what I mean? That's what people think. And that's a stereotype for me that needs to kind of go away from football. Is that
Adam McCullough made a very good tweet on that as well yesterday.
Yeah. So a lot of people assume that Asians are only good at cricket. Listen, I went to a predominantly Asian school called Abraham Moss in Cheetham Mill. Cheetham Mill is predominantly Asian. Listen, man, they got some ballers in there, man. Telling you, man. Listen, I was getting nutmegged and everything, man. So, you know, it's
easy. You know, Zidane as well, Zidane has a little flair about him as well. Like, you seen the clips of him in the academy and stuff, the little flick that he did on the left-hand side.
There you go.
Head. This guy can actually play. Like, it's not just about, like, oh, he's only making it because his name's Zidane. He's not only making it because his guy's Asian. He's actually a good footballer. This is what people need to realize. Yeah,
exactly. So man, big up to Devils, man. Yeah, man. Listen. I think Asian people are, you know, they're good technical players. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. There should be more Asian footballers playing in the Premier League, man. So you know what I mean. Just go to show you that you know with a bit, you know. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot to it as well because you know. Big up to I don't know if you know. Used to be Demi Mitchell, you know Demi Mitchell.
Yeah,
used to play. And
went Hearts as well.
Yeah, his dad is a postman in Hume, and he always like goes past us when we're filming a podcast. He lives in their Nordin's house. He posts it near Nordin's house, and he was telling us about where he wants to go next because he got released by United, and it was at that time they were offering clubs to like Italy, and then he chose Blackpool. So in the day, it won't be it's not all glitz and glamour, but you know, to get your face in there. And
he's another one very, very unlucky because I think when he made his debut for United, he actually looked the right left back in it. But then he went alone to Hearts in it, and then I think he got a serious injury, and that kind of ruined it.
Yeah, ruined him. Yeah, left back, man. You get me? It was a serious footballer, man. And now apparently he's a left winger now. He's not even left back. I think he plays a left on the right for Blackpool, and hopefully they make it up. But you know what, man? It's very, very tough, man. You know, I had a guy, who I don't know if you know him, but apparently he used to play. He used to play for United, and big up to him, He spoke to me in Lurden, and he was telling me that his son was better than Rashford and all the youngsters. So he said his son, was telling me that he was in training, and he was telling me that he was like all the defenders were saying, "Wow, who's this kid, man? Unbelievable kid." He got released, and then he was telling me about the story and how difficult it was, and they were telling him to sign a contract, and the offer that they gave him wasn't the right offer or whatnot, and etc. etc. And he was just telling me like, you know, how clubs are what they seem, and when they want you to kind of take this deal and then kind of work harder and whatnot, but it's not as if it's easy as what he looks like. So big up to Zidane Iqbal for getting the thingy. Has he signed a professional contract yet?
Is he doing that? Yeah, he has. I think he signed it a couple months ago.
Yeah, so that's a massive feat for him, bro. To get that massive contract, all he has to do is just keep working hard, keep doing him. And you know what, man? Just, you know what I mean? The world is oyster, man. That's what he said, man. Just need to keep going there, because you know what it is, yeah. Where he plays, yeah. Would you kind of class him as a 10 or an 8, advancing 8?
I think it'll be the wide 10 areas in the United system right now. I don't. Obviously, I've seen him play a bit deeper midfield before in it, but I think it'll be the wide 10 areas.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like an area where United don't really have that many in that position. So he could probably, you know,
especially for example in the summer, say Lingard leaves, say Paul Pogba leaves, for example.
Yeah.
Say even Anthony Martial leaves. Like there could be an area that we might need. For example, Langer's going to be in the first team now. You could argue he's impressed in training, and Ralph likes it.
Yeah, there you go. And what did Ralph say as well? He said I want players from the youth team as well. Not only just kind of players that are from the actual setup. He goes, he wants youth team as well. So for me, that's a very, very good news, man. When you look at it, like, you know, to say that he wants a mixture of both talent. When we look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, man, you know what I mean? Let's be real. Only Mason Greenwood has really made it out of the in the academy setup, but then Mourinho brought him in. So who has actually Mason? So Ole brought in, really, when you look at it, is there anyone? You know, I can't remember. It was that game where he brought on loads of players. Remember that for that Europa League game?
Astana, I think it was.
Sorry?
Astana or something.
Yeah, Astana, yeah.
See, that's the picture of Zidane. April the 7th when he signed his first professional contract.
Yeah, there you go then. So, listen, man, it's big, man. It's big news, man. Because hopefully he can, put his head down and keep working hard. Yeah, Brandon Williams. Okay, fair enough.
And the thing is, this is what I want to see with Ralph as well. Now, for example, you play these players, or you play players as well, but it's about how they develop now. Are we going to see them again, kind of thing?
Yeah.
How are they going to develop? That's the biggest thing now, which I'm looking forward to see what Ralph does with people like Zidane, people like Hannibal when he comes back from the Arab Cup, people like even Alanga, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I know, for example, a lot of, like, let's be honest, the chances of all these players making it at once, is very, very slim.
Yeah.
But hopefully we see one or two make it.
Yeah, 100%. I want to see,
for example, Mengi yesterday when he came on.
Mengi,
I thought he looked alright. And he's a natural centre back.
Yo, there's something about Mengi, you know. There's something
what
about
do you think
Mengi.
It is?
Sorry?
What do you think it is?
I think for me, you know what it is, it's the fact that he's good on the ball, and I think a lot of times that gets unnoticed, but he's very, very comfortable on the ball. He's quick, he's sharp. I remember I seen him like about, was it 2 years ago? Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago. Me and Aaron went to see him, 16 years old. 16 years old, captain for the under-18, 16 years old. And I was thinking, yo, what is this kid, yo? And this kid was strong. He was athletic. He was like, I think in 16 going on like 20, 24, 25, mate. Because I just thought to myself, what is this? This kid is built massive, you know? So, yeah, man, someone saying there, Tomori vibes, exactly. Like, he's very, very well built. And I think for me, I think he's got a big future. I think he's got more of a future than Twanzebe. I really do. I think Twanzebe's kind of era might be gone. I think, to be honest with you, I think he's had a lot of opportunities since the Mourinho era. Even
I don't think he's starting right now Aston Villa as well. With someone like Mengi, he's obviously been at loan at Derby last year, so he's got like a bit of men's football about him. And now, let's be honest, there's still an area like, say, for example, we ever do play a back three under Ralph. Like, you never know with Matt Switch.
Yeah.
We don't have the centre backs at the club.
Facts.
Enough centre backs. So there's an area for him. And the thing I like about Mengi, this guy's naturally a centre back, isn't it? And obviously we've seen him play right back and left back at times.
Yeah.
For a footballer just to play 3 different positions, it shows how good you can be, especially on the ball and stuff.
Facts, 100%.
And even, for example, he might never be a starter for Manchester United, but having those players in and around the squad is very, very good.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that can only be a kind of a positive, if I'm being honest with you. But you know what I mean? I think we've got a good future, bro. When you look at the squad, or you look at the the future that's at United, man. We've got
Big up Ty as well.
Yeah, big up Ty, man. But I want to see Majebri in there as well. I think he's got a future. I don't know where he is. Is he injured, Majebri?
Arab Cup.
Sorry?
He's playing in the Arab Cup for Tunisia right now, isn't it? He got man
Oh,
of
is
the match
he?
the other day, yeah.
I didn't know when did they do. I forgot they do that still.
Because the thing is, yeah, let's be honest, if he didn't go to that, he would have played.
I know. Then he has
You
to go to
definitely would have played.
accommodations after that. Tunisia's in accommodations, isn't it?
It might be, you know.
Right?
So it's a bit like it's a bit of a mad one for Hannibal, you know, because like say if he didn't go to Tunisia, he would have started or he would have came on yesterday.
Yeah.
For his Manchester United debut. But he's a good enough footballer, his chance will definitely come.
Yeah,
like midfield's another area that we're weak in.
Yeah, exactly. I think as well, I think he's a player who will also, I think, not tolerate, not getting picked. He's the sort of player that will leave, Like, how
he chose Tunisia over France, I think it was, isn't it?
Sorry?
He chose Tunisia, I think it was over France.
Yeah, there you go. So, you know what I mean? Like, I think he'll do like a Guendouzi kind of type where he'll just leave and just kind of say, you know what? Nah, not really for me. And he'll just say, yeah, see you later. So I think he'll do what he wants to do. And I think ultimately, it's him that will be the kind of final decision. But I just think, overall, yesterday was a good opportunity for all the youngsters to get a chance. Charlie Savage, big up to him. The Tom Heaton one was a bit of a weird one. I don't know about that, It's I don't know why he just didn't keep Henderson on. He wanted to again give everyone a chance.
I hear that, yeah, but you got someone like that. I swear there was another academy player on the bench as well, Hardley or something, innit?
Was there?
Yeah. So I'll be honest, like if you're him here, you're seeing every other outfield player come on, and you're like the only one left on the bench. It is kind of peak, but hopefully his opportunity comes as well because he's another interesting one because he's left-footed as well, left-foot centre back.
Why did we buy all these players, man? What was the point of bringing Tom Heaton? Well, you've already got the other keeper as well,
Lee Grant
as well. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It's just, Keisha, man. Like, listen, it is what it is, but I just don't understand. Like, it was just a bit of the keeper was even Henderson looked at the keeper. And I don't know if you've seen it yet, but the cameras don't see anything. And he shook his head. Like,
what do you think of Henderson's performance yesterday? Because I actually thought
it was good. It was good. I think
he came off his line very, very well yesterday.
Yeah, that's what he's better than De Gea, though. Anticipation is better than De Gea. Commanding the box is better than De Gea.
That's a good headache for Ralph to have, though. Because say, for example, you continue playing the high line, stylistically, you prefer someone like Dean Henderson in terms of coming out.
Yeah. But he won't play high line with Maguire, though, will he?
I don't know. He's kind of spoke on it before. I think he even spoke about it yesterday.
What did he say?
I think he said something about the line. I can't remember the exact quote.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Like someone says it was off his line for the goal. I'll be honest, no keeper saving that goal. Like sometimes a goal, you just have to give full credit to the young boys player. It was a beautiful finish.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. I think you got to give credit, though. Give credit where it's due. I think Henderson played a good game yesterday. I'll be honest with you. He had a good game. I thought he played well. I thought, he came off his line well. He couldn't really save that goal. It was an unbelievable strike. But I thought, listen, man, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people... for me, he's not my number one anyway, if I'm being honest with you. But he handled himself well, man. And, it's one of the things where I think he's never going to get a chance to beat David De Gea. I don't think he will, man. I just think David De Gea is numero uno. I really do. I don't think he's going to drop David De Gea. I think he's just got to cut his losses and maybe kind of leave in January, if I'm being honest with you. But will the club let him...
linked to Ajax, isn't it? On loan, I think it was.
Who?
Dean Henderson.
Linked to where?
Ajax.
Oh, is he? But he's not good on his feet, though. Is he good on his feet?
You see with Dean Henderson, yeah, he's an interesting one. Because I've seen people at Bayern Munich being linked with him as well, innit?
Yeah.
And when big clubs are interested in a player, you kind of want to see a bit more from them. Like I've always said this, yeah. You see, for example, Diego Dalot. The only reason I'm so patient on Diego Dalot is because I'm seeing people like Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund being linked with him. AC Milan last year. Like you can't.
Exactly.
You're not a crap player if all these players are linked to it. All these teams are linked to you.
And also, it's the fact that Wolves, when he played for Portugal, he was always playing good at Portugal.
Mm.
You know when a team is playing good in Portugal and it's like shelling, and then you're thinking, where's that player? Similar like Pogba, but Pogba I've seen a lot still good of him of United. Don't get me wrong, but it's a case of feeling of, you know what, should we have got more from him? But again, it's all it takes. But that's why I think, that's why I said I said to Flex, I've got to eat my words with Dalot. But again, a lot of these things were probably all it takes, man. When you say to a player, you're having Dalot had a few good games under Ollie, then it would get dropped instantly. It was like, when was he ever going to get a fair chance? That's why he went to AC Milan on loan last season. Do you know?
Facts. So yeah, this is another thing. Apparently, Chelsea wanted Dean Henderson as well.
Yeah,
I think Tottenham wanted him as well, didn't it?
But only rejected him because he wanted two good goalkeepers, and then if the guy gets injured, he's kind of stuck with.
Yeah, this I do agree. Dean Henderson's position does need to be worked on.
Yeah. I don't think it's bang average, if I'm being honest with you. I think there is some substance to Henderson, but I think for me, to be number one at United, you got to have the X factor, and David De Gea has the X factor over Dean Henderson. And when I say that is because could Dean Henderson, save you a game? Or I think there was a game, was it Tottenham last year? In the lockdown, I think Dean Henderson away. I think he was quality then. But has he had games where he's been outstanding for you? I'm not sure. I think David De Gea always gives you that star quality, though, over Henderson.
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because, like, the thing with keepers, one thing I've always said with David De Gea, I question his concentration levels, isn't it? That's the biggest thing for David De Gea. When you're facing a lot of shots, it's fine. It's easy kind of thing, isn't it? For a keeper. But when you're facing, for example, on the Ralph, which hopefully we're dominating the ball, teams are going to have like fewer chances against us, which we've already seen. Is your concentration level there?
Yeah.
To then kind of save the game kind of thing. Yeah. That's what I question. For me, the biggest thing with David has always been his mentality.
True. No, 100%. I think that's the key. I think the mentality is the one for you. I think it's knowing what sort of player you are. I think David Gea just knows what he is. I think Dean Henderson shouting sometimes, he's commanding, he's trying to play out from the back. I think he sometimes thinks he's better than what he is. Whereas David Gea just kind of like, knows he's a good reflex keeper, knows he's in terms of his good, in terms of shot stopping, is unbelievable. Acrobatic saves, you know what I'm talking about, innit? He knows what he's good at. I think Henderson still needs to kind of evaluate his overall game. I think Sheffield United, he was unbelievable. But then again, to make it to the next level keeper, to United, could you trust that Ian Henderson to be your main number one? I'm not sure.
I'll be honest, right? I think going forward, we probably need to get a new keeper. And I'm talking potentially selling both David De Gea and Dean Henderson.
But
that's what I would do.
A keeper that doesn't start for a country mean that he's still not a good keeper, though?
No, I don't really look. Because, for example, Jack Grealish didn't start for England in the Euros, Are you saying Jack Grealish is a bad player? You're not.
Sorry?
Are you saying Jack Grealish is a bad player? You're not.
There you go, then. What was the other players, There was so many other, keepers that never made it, that had loads of good keepers, I can remember. I can name them, mate. So...
What do you think of Lingard as well yesterday?
Shit, mate.
Because I think a lot of people are criticizing him as well. He just
didn't look interested. And he's another player now where I can't really give him any kind of leeway anymore. I'm not sure. I think Lingard, it just looks like he just doesn't want to be there. I think he looks like he just wants to leave. And he's not really bothered about the new manager coming in.
Like Samson said, really starts for England. In the Euros, he didn't.
Yeah. Lingard, I'm not sure, man. I think he looks like he just doesn't want to be there, to be honest with you. I think he's to collect to what he wants. And then for me, I think we should have serious conversations about January.
Van Lingard's a weird one, isn't it? Because I don't think he was shocking yesterday. He should have probably had an assist, and he probably should have could have got a goal. Diallo's pass was a bit better for him and stuff, innit?
Yeah, true. He could have had a goal. Yeah, true.
Like, I feel like yesterday was kind of like fine margins for Jesse, because say if those two things happen, then everyone's saying he had a brilliant game.
True. Yeah, I hear that.
But I do think with Jesse, he's kind of like, you do want him to do a bit more, because let's be honest, going into the Ralph era, everyone said with Jesse, like, you're playing under a pressing manager now.
Yeah.
This is where Jesse should excel, because in terms of fitness levels, you're clear of everyone else in the squad, and that's a fact. You've literally got the best fitness levels in the squad.
But does he think that, I don't think he's got the self-belief maybe that he thinks he's going to get ahead of Bruno and now Sancho, who's in there now. He didn't think Sancho would be in that position. But now I think maybe it's lack of self-belief. I think might be creeping in.
I don't know, man. I feel like with Jesse, it was enough game, but let's be honest, this season...
Yeah, it was enough game. Of course it was enough game.
This is what people need to realise with Jesse as well. This season, he's had a couple of decent games as well. So now writing him off saying, oh, mentally he's not at Manchester United after just one performance, for me, silly.
No,
but one person that we should talk about quickly before we wrap up is Mason Greenwood. Yeah. Mason yesterday was unbelievable.
Star boy, man. I'm telling you, star boy. Unbelievable.
I think he was... Well, so he's gone. I think he was the best member of the front four comfortably in my eyes. The way he led the line, I think there was a point like towards like the left-hand side where he turned a couple of people and put a ball in and stuff. So I feel like with Mason, you have to give him a lot of credit yesterday as well. Yeah, and his goal, the way he took that goal was unbelievable. Beautiful finish from Mason. Beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Calm.
Boy, mate. But second half was dead, but first half, quality, mate. Quality. He looked like he was on fire, picking up pockets. I think for me, he I don't know if you see what basically Ralph Ragnick said about him, though. He said...
about the physicality side?
Yeah.
But I think that's good, because let's be honest, that's something that a lot of people criticize about Mason.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I think... But again, we never heard that from Ollie, though. And we never heard this kind of stuff from Ollie. It's so refreshing to hear now from Ralph Ragnick that we hear this kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you?
That's what I keep saying. Ralph's been a breath of fresh air, but I think you got to show with rants now, innit?
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say before we wrap things up?
Nah, just check out the show with Steve Magtalk. It's out now. Saeed TV. Go check it out, man. Steve rattled a few Chelsea fans. And man, we just talked about Barcelona, free fall. And man, Bernardo Silva might be the best in the Premier League right now. So, man, check it out. Magtalk.
It's close between him and Salah.
Sorry?
It's close between him and Salah right now.
Yeah. Listen, it is close, but I think Bernardo Silva needs to get the benefit of the doubt maybe sometimes, man. So...
Yeah, Saeed has big 6 late as well.
Big 6, man. Yeah, but we might rattle Matisse again. I don't know. I feel like... Let me see who I can rattle today. What do you reckon? Who should I rattle today?
Oh, yeah, probably has to be Matisse, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it has to be Matisse, man.
He's the guy to go for right now, innit? Like, you can run your right now. German LVG stuff, innit, that you like to say.
Yeah. Arsenal as well. I might talk about the Saka and that with his little dog.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, you have to get onto Turkish as well.
Yeah.
You have to get onto Turkish. But anyway, big up everyone for watching. I don't have a show today with Harj because I think Harj isn't feeling well this week. So we'll be back next week with Harj on Twitch. But other than that, actually, wait, what day is it today?
Thursday.
No, tomorrow I got a show with Thing. Flawless as well at 4 on Twitch. So big up everyone for watching. Make sure you guys like the video, comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And we'll be back soon.